Here, back with the second episode of Stroking the Beard. This time we're going to focus on Arena Zero to Guild War Hero, a class of units, or class of monster that may be underutilized in Arena because it's 4v4, but may shine a little better in 3v3 in the Guild Wars, as well as one single specific monster as well. So, with Rune Removal Day coming up tomorrow, April the 1st, it might be a good time to dust off some of those monsters you hadn't been using, because they may be more effective in Guild Wars than they are in Arena. Because definitely with Guild Wars, you need to bring monsters that are versatile, especially if your main monsters are down. They can bring more than one thing so that you can condense all the stuff you want to bring into 3 people. So that's why I'm going to start with the Samurais. The first time that I do this, the Samurais. Why, you say? They're damage dealers. What else did they bring? It's their first skill right there. Wields a sword to attack and decreases defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance. Now, I'm not sure. I don't have a samurai currently, so I can't see if the effect gets built up, but I would assume it goes up at least twice. So probably 70%. And why is this important? Because defense break is a big part of Guild War, at least in my experience. I mean, it's definitely something that's great to have. You can burst down monsters with it. But usually you have to bring a tankier or a support type monster to do it. Bella, Darien, the Fire Valkyrie can do it. I think it's the Wind Beast Monk. Like certain things, they do these. But if you can get them out of another unit where you say you want a defense break, but you already have a nice support unit that you want to run. Then you say, well, I don't want to bring both of them because that really limits my composition because I have to bring... Well, you could bring a Samurai that is a DPSer and has a defense break. You have to play them differently than normal because normally you start with the big powerful skills that have cooldowns and such. You may have to use your first turn on breaking defense with the main attack. But at least you'll have the defense break on your DPSer and you can bring a more flexible team with you. I don't have any... Got to flip it to exit out. Stupid phone. As you can see, I've had the fire one. I got rid of them. I haven't had the water one. I've had 4 of the wind ones. I got rid of all of them too. I really should. I probably should have kept them because of reset skill. And if you watched YDCB's video the other day, he actually featured Kato, the Wind Samurai. So yeah, you saw he hit Iona for 49,000 damage. Now your runes probably aren't as good as his, but that's just the potential of something you could do with him. So yeah, I definitely think Samurais, while they're not used a lot in Arena, because 4v4, there's a lot of AoE, a lot of tanks, especially the Wind Samurai, a lot of fire defenses. I think they will shine better in Guild Wars because their first skill breaks defense. And so you can bring an attacker with a utility to break defense at the same time. Of course, in Kato's case, you can also reset cooldowns and stuff. So I think they're underutilized right now. I think they'll grow and they'll gain more traction. Obviously, even the one maybe not, because there's a lot more. There's still fire defenses in Guild Wars, but there's also, I've seen a lot of wind-based defenses with Jasun and Brienne, Michelle, stuff like that. So, the Wind Monkey King, the Wind Beast Monk, stuff like that. So, I really think they're going to find a place in Guild Wars soon. Excuse me. So if you have some, maybe it's you're looking for your next 6-star or something. Tomorrow with Rune Removal Day, put some good runes on them just to test them, if they're 5-star or whatever, and see what you can do. I mean, don't necessarily test them in Guild Wars if you can't afford to lose, but you could test them in Arena, find a defense that specifically won't counter what you're looking for, but just to see kind of how it is, and maybe they got the potential for you. I think they're going to be good. I will probably keep one if I get another one. I should have kept the one a long time ago, and I would have had him 6-starred and everything, but yeah. So yeah, Samurais, be on the lookout. I think they're going to be good. And then we go to another monster that YDCB also featured in his video, which is funny because I had this plan for a long time, and then he makes this video. It uses them. It is Seek, the Fire Hellhound. Why is he good? He's squishy, you say. He's a natural 2-star. He is squishy. You're right. He is super squishy. But he's fast, and he has a buff. He increases attack power and critical rate of all allies for 3 turns. And it does go down twice, I think, to a 3-turn cooldown. Maybe it's a 4-turn cooldown. With skills, I could check. I have one. But he also hits really hard. I mean, this is first skill. You know, he recovers 30% of the damage on his health, so that's good. The second one, he hits really hard. You can do like 30k total, like 14 to 15k per hit if they both crit. I mean, you're looking at some serious damage. Yeah, he's squishy, but he's easy to build. His skills are easy to max, and that buff is insane. I mean, there's only, what, 2 units with it, I think, that have that combination of the 2. The other one's Aquila, I think it is, the Wind Brownie Magician. So, unless you got one of those lying around, Seek is a great alternative. He can be a DPSer. He provides a good buff for your team. And you can slot him in sometimes when, you know, there's don't put him against a water team. When there's a wind team. Or maybe there's a fire team, but not a lot of AoE, and you can bring a wind tank like Jasoon or Ramagos. It's up to you. I really think it's not that he's unknown in Arena. People run him, but especially with Katarina and stuff. But I don't think there's a lot of them. Obviously, I can't see people's, when they're attacking me or anything, what they're using. But you don't see a ton of people that, the YouTubers that make the videos. Not a lot of people are using them. And I had one a long time ago. I'm raising another one because it's just too good. I need the buff. It'll go great with some of my monsters, my Tor, and my other monster that I'll feature tomorrow, or later this week. Now that he's 6-starred and maxed, I just gotta get the runes on him, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think he's underutilized in Guild Wars. I think I haven't seen none of my guildmates really use him a ton. I know a couple do, but they use him with Katarina. But so you can use him with Katarina. You can use him with pretty much any DPS here. Or if the enemy team doesn't have water, you could pretty much use him as your DPSer for that round. It's kind of cool that you can do it that way. So yes, he is squishy, but obviously you got to know and plan around that. But he can do some serious damage. He brings a great buff, and I think he will really gain some traction here. So yeah, I know this video was short, but thanks for watching. This was episode 2 of Stroking the Beard. This is Mushbeard. I am out.